Welcome to the Green Building Show, where we investigate green design and building trends throughout Australia.
In this series of the Green Building Show, we've been looking at the renovator's delight. This week, we'll be looking at the types of homes that are the easiest to renovate and what sorts of renovations are the most cost-effective to do. First up, street appeal. House buyers really do judge a book by its cover. Fixing up the front of your home can boost its value by as much as 10%. Stick to the streetscape around you. The more your house fits in with its neighbours, the better. If you're in a row of terraces, think twice before sticking in a weatherboard, or if you're in a row of Californian bungalows, rendering may reduce value rather than boost it. We asked builder Tony Root and architect builder Jerry Tyrrell which houses are best to renovate.
Single skin construction, timber framed, conventionally pitched homes are more easily renovated, something that is sympathetic with the environment. When you start talking brickwork, concrete, you're talking more money.
The bones and the shapes and the spaces in the building are okay to start off with. They're very simple to modify because you don't have to make minor changes to get spaces you want. Certainly timber homes are easier to renovate because you can open them up and you can cut walls out and change things and put beams in more easily.
Architect Adam Presley says don't get hung up on the style of the house, look at the changes you'll need to be making.
I think problem houses are ones where you have to change too much. So it may not be that it's run down, it may be that the kitchen's in the wrong place, the bathrooms are in the wrong place, there's nowhere to put a staircase if you want to put an upper level in. You just end up changing too many things.
Terraces can be expensive to renovate as they can have poor access for trade and rubbish removal and often suffer damp and water issues. Heritage homes are more likely to have structural, electrical, plumbing or roofing issues which can swallow up your cash.
The older the building, normally the more problems. That is offset by the fact that a lot of more modern buildings from the 50s onward were badly built, and you've got some things and they're horrible looking, so you can't really change the features. You've got to say about the terraces and the Federation buildings, you're getting a lot of decay, rotted timber, issues with dampness, but are largely fixable and worth fixing because the buildings themselves are so beautiful.
Remember, an unrenovated property needs to be at least 20% cheaper after all your renovation costs than a similar finished property to make it worth it. So once you've got your property, is it easier to make an addition or go up?
Work within the structural envelope. Again, it's just a rule of thumb that if you can work within, it's so much cheaper than adding small additions and small spaces to the outside.
Once you do know the home has good bones, to be able to go up, definitely, if there's structural adequacy within the building, and an engineer might need to give you that advice. Depending on your site coverage, you may have to go up.
Research and planning are the key to making any renovation smooth.
I think renovation's more complex than anybody realises, and I think that if anything, everybody needs to buy into the process and they need to do the research and not blame the participants. Engage them, talk to them, find out what they need to be told and make sure in fact that you're getting the quality that you're paying for.
Next week on the Green Building Show, we'll be looking at what sells a property and what adds value.